First of all, I heard you lived in Holland.
I live here now.
You live here still?
For a year and a half now.
And you also lived in The Hague in the 80s, is that true?
Yeah, for 1 year in '88 I went to the Koninklijk Conservatorium and studied sonology, which is like a study of the science of sound.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with the place, and so when I had a chance to move here, I took it.
Is the technology, is that the reason why you are so into music and electronic music, or you were an addict before
I've
that?
been an addict of computers and technology and music since I was a kid. I mean, always playing with both.
Cool. What was the first program that you used, software or to...
For music?
Yeah.
I mean, the first music, I bought my first synthesizer in 1981.
Yeah.
That was a Micro Moog synthesizer, but I also had my first computer was a Commodore VIC-20, which came before the Commodore 64. So I mean, I don't know exactly when that was, but it's probably 1979 or 80.
Okay.
And then the first computer that I really used for music was my Mac Plus back in '85.
Okay.
So been doing it a long time.
And now it's mostly Ableton, is that right?
Ableton on a Mac little laptop, yeah.
Cool. And what's so beautiful about Ableton? What is it?
There's a few things. One is that you never have to stop. So you can make music and never have to stop. The other thing is just the way it's a very musical application. So I can try a lot of things out very quickly, and the way that I can control things is just, there's nothing else like it.
What attracted you to ADE this year?
Well, I live here, so it's easy. But for me, ADE is it's what winter music used to be. It's a place to meet, put faces to names that you talk to all year. The dance music industry is worldwide, and it's, you never really have everybody in one place. And so this is a nice chance to say hello to everybody that you do business with and meet some new people that you haven't met before. And you can't beat it. You're in Amsterdam, so it's a great city to have it in.
What decided you to come live here?
I love the lifestyle. I love riding my bike. I don't like having a car. I like the buildings, the water, the people, everything about it I love. And when I go back to America, it's like you really feel the difference. Yeah. I have 3 kids and they speak Dutch now too. So they're at Dutch school, but not an international school. So it's been great.
Do you speak Dutch?
Ja, ik kan Nederlands spreken.
Nou, heel goed van jou. I got one more question. What do you think that the dance music or electronic music scene will look like maybe in 10 years? Because there's so much changed in short time.
I'll tell you what it'll look like in 10 years. In 10 years, Guitar Hero proved to people with money that people want to interact with music. And there are more people bought Guitar Hero than bought any electronic music album in the last year. Mm-hmm. So that says, forget what you think. That says that people want to do that more than they want to listen to dance music. It's just a fact. So, but things are at their baby stage right now, and the ideas are not really that interesting. But what I think will happen is people will stop making music, and people will stop playing music, and they'll meet somewhere in the middle. So consumers will be interacting with their music more. I think that customization is something that's been happening over the last 10 years. So we used to buy an album. Who buys an album anymore? People buy singles, and they have their iPod and they arrange it by moods and things like that. So people are always trying to find that next way to customize things. And as soon as there's features and new programs that allow them to customize, they will gravitate towards that because that's what people want.
Nowadays there's a big crossover between pop music and dance music. That's what I see. Actually, what do you think about that? Is that the same reason, or?
I think that a few years ago, a lot of the hip hop artists you read about them going to Ibiza, and taking ecstasy and just having a great time and realizing that there's this other music that they hadn't discovered, because unlike hip hop, which is on the radio all the time, dance music. Good dance music, you cannot find it in America, anywhere. You have to find it online. There's no radio station plays it. I think the last dance music station just shut down in San Francisco. They made their own death. They played, in my opinion, horrible music. with the idea, because they were using the old radio model, and the old radio model is to call people and ask them if they like they play them the songs, and they say, which songs do you like? Now, people only like things that are familiar.
Yeah.
So it's the things that are the most annoying that people know. Songs that take a long time to learn and to get under your skin don't test well.
Yeah.
So they stop playing those. So they all, they end up playing music that is not at all what you would hear if you were going to a club. So nobody knows that music. So these people all went over, they experienced it, and they said, well, we want to get involved. And so people have one by one started working with producers that have produced dance music, and there's been this cross-pollination of styles, and I think it's been good. I mean, I think it's only good for dance music because it makes the sounds and the styles at least a little more visible. And then for me, the highlight was actually I just did this panel, and I do panels, I've been doing them for years, and this one was really good. There's just a lot of people, and everyone really was interested in talking about production, and so I love doing that. I love being able to, help people find their way through the maze of stuff that there is out there.